Hello everybody, here's my new video on Jesus Campos, known aka JC Jiminy Cricket, right? Now we have some circulating thoughts in the YouTube arena about this guy not being the same person in all these pictures. I have to say this one right here and this one right here, to me they look different. It's just, I don't know, I cannot really, I see some similarities, but there are a lot of differences as well. If you look at this line right here, eyebrow and top of the glasses, it looks like his head is kind of narrow, okay? I guess oblong features. Whereas here, well, there's some hair there too. You can see it. I don't, I don't see the same line. Of course, he's not wearing those glasses, but I can't really say that this one and this one is the same person. Again, I do see some similarities, but not a whole lot else there. I don't see any scratches on this side of the forehead here. See, like right here, he's got a band-aid. Okay. Over here, maybe there's some stuff going on, but it's not really apparent on this picture right here. So I'm not sure if it is the same guy we're looking at in all these pictures. That I just don't know. I have no idea. The question is, what is this guy doing? Well, disappearing for a few days, probably being coached by the FBI what to say on the Ellen DeGeneres show. I understand that some theories over there say that he wants some privacy, which is totally understandable. But I think if the FBI or whoever's in charge, he's got a sidekick who's with him all the time, holding his hand. Not sure why. Looks like he's a grown man. He knows how to walk and hopefully talk. But I don't think he is being protected, but rather precluded from talking. I don't think he's protected from the media, okay, so they don't really attack him with questions, but rather, again, prevented actually from talking to the media. They don't want anything to come out. They don't want him to say the wrong things. So he's in the shadow all the time, out of the media light, or disappearing, of course, right? But anyway, he is not allowed, I guess, to talk freely. Maybe he doesn't yet master the script which he was given. Maybe he's just too dangerous, I guess, to be out in the public and being questioned and who knows what else. But my theory is that we're looking at the real shooter. So not Paddock. I think he might have even been killed by this guy, or this guy, or this guy, or this guy. I don't know. Whoever JC is. He's probably the real shooter. He probably killed Paddock and, of course, started shooting, or at least have something to do with the shooting, bringing the guns and ammo into the room. He looks like he can do that, whereas Paddock would have struggled with a lot of things. That 64-year-old body didn't, well, to me, look more like over 80. Over 70, not in his 60s. So this guy looks like he can carry a few pounds, on his back. Paddock, not so much. So I don't know who's the real killer here, the real shooter, Paddock or this guy. Okay, so here's my new theory on the Vegas shooting. Looking at a different angle here, I'm trying to put together some thoughts regarding this Jesus Campos character. Why don't we have, again, any evidence, any footage, any recording of him being on that hallway in the Mandalay Bay where the 200 rounds were shot through the door and that one bullet hit him in the leg? We don't have none of that, right? We don't have Paddock on tape carrying anything or going in and out of the room. We don't have nothing there. Let me back up. The evidence was not presented to us, to the public. Maybe the FBI has it. Maybe the police has it. We have not seen any of it. Why is it so secretive? Why can we not see any of that stuff? After all, it's not a bad scene, I believe. Just one guy walking in and out of the room. I think I can take that. Now, at least if we have some of the footage of the security guard being shot, through the door on the hallway, we can eliminate some of my suspicions here. What if he was the actual shooter? What if he carried all the ammo and weapons up in the room? What if he set it all up? What if he killed Paddock? How can we know that? How can we know that this guy's story is the real story? How can we know that he was or is maybe still employed as a security guard? We don't know any of that stuff. So I can be on the fence here and just question everything. What was his role? What exactly did he do? Why were the stories changed? Well, actually, the story changed so many times with a timeline. When he came to the room knocking, when he got shot, when the actual shooting at the venue started on those people over there. Those things just don't add up. So again, the police, whoever's in charge, the FBI, both of them together are changing their story to, the timeline anyway, to fit, in fact, to fit their narrative. They're trying to work backwards, having a story and trying to come up with the facts. Again, I don't buy any of that stuff. But this is just another theory which I believe has some merit to it. I think this guy, JC, has something to do with the shooting. It's just way too weird. Just way too weird. 200 rounds were shot. We only see, 10, 15 bullet holes in that door. That's about it. I've gone over this in a different video. Why and how were those 200 rounds shot? If he had used a standard size magazine, 30 rounds, that makes it, 7 magazine changes, right? He had to reload 7 times to shoot over 200 rounds, as we're told. Or if he had that banana clip, 100 round, at least twice, right? So who in their right mind who has video, supposedly, of what's going on outside of his room would shoot one guy with over 200 rounds? Dump the bullets, reload. Dump the bullets, reload. Dump. It makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense. Now, I'm just asking questions here. Of course, I don't have any evidence. I'm asking the police, the FBI, to present everything they have so we can stop with this conspiracy theories that we have. But what if, just what if, this is more weird and strange than we can imagine? What if Jesus Campos is the actual guy? Um, Lee Harvey Oswald was supposed to be the actual shooter. Um, he died. He was shot by a cop. Anyway, so the evidence was tried to be eliminated. And I'm not saying that Lee Harvey Oswald is comparing to Paddock here, but I think we're looking at the wrong person. It's just another theory. Of course, I also subscribe to a second or third, maybe even fourth, I don't know, shooters, multiple locations, of course, drones. Listening to the audio analysis that some people put out, it's evident that there was not just one shooter, and I have yet to see one video with the muzzle flashes coming out of the 32nd floor of that hotel room. I have not seen any of them. Some of them claim they're there. I just cannot see it. It's just me. I cannot see any evidence that those shots came out of the 32nd floor. Through the videos, I've also said in the past that I cannot see the broken windows. Now, how do I look at that? It was dark, right? The light shining on the hotel, on on the surrounding windows, you can see that it's just the picture is intact, the wall is intact, that glass wall is intact, right? I don't see that discrepancy there, that little black hole in two locations where the shot supposedly came from, those two different rooms, with him walking from one room to another, maybe. I just don't buy it. I seriously don't buy it. And that leaves a lot of questions. I think the holes in the windows were made way afterwards. Again, nobody downstairs complained about falling glass, right? They were probably, who knows, maybe even shut in. I have no idea, just no idea. But all the stories that we were given leave just too many questions unanswered, and a lot more questions that will just pop up every day we look at this stuff. So don't let it die. Do your work. Be diligent. Let's find the truth here. We're all trying to find the truth, because what we've given so far, it's not true. It's not the reality of things. Keep fighting.